Oh, it did work. This is fantastic. Okay, way to go, YouTube. I thought you were going to give me a little bit of grief there, but you didn't. Well, this is exciting. Happy Saturday, everybody. And, I don't want to assume, but I have to acknowledge that there's a lot of people out there that are working their second job or their side hustle. And that can be, honestly, that can be overwhelming in my opinion. That sounds not fun at all. And I'm not, rubbing it in anybody's face, but I'm just thinking if you have just spent your entire week working for 40 hours, is Saturday your second hustle? Is Saturday your second job? I don't know that to be true, but I have to think that, there's probably several people that are out there that are maybe going to their second job. Maybe you had a great week at work and you realize that, man, what a great week. And then all of a sudden you go through, Friday night, you're out with the friends, you're having a beer, you're relaxing and you're enjoying your life. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I have to go to work on Saturday morning because my career has not given me enough income to put away appropriately for life. Would you agree with that statement? There are so many people that are out there living paycheck to paycheck, working a side hustle. And that is, in my opinion, that's just where we're at. That's where we're at in life. And there's nothing wrong with it. But at the end of the day, a job is an activity such as a trade or a profession that somebody does regularly for pay or a paid position doing this, right? Like when you have a job, it's because you're trading time for dollars. So are you working your 40-hour a week and then now it's Saturday morning and you're like, okay, I'm on my way to my side hustle, or I've got to go work 10 hours today just to make ends meet. But at the end of the day, when you think about how many hours you're trading for dollars, does it really make sense? And do you believe that there's another opportunity? I'm hoping that I'm talking to a crowd that believes that there's another way. Look around you. Are you understanding and seeing that there are people that are out there making money online? They're making significant money online. How? Because they have followed a blueprint. Have you ever seen a blueprint? This is a real estate blueprint, but I thought it was perfect because it's been sitting in front of me for like a week now, and I am in the blueprint business. I have a proven system that I'm following because it's allowing me to have a six-figure income along with my career. I'm in real estate. I love real estate, 17 years in the business. Now I'm a broker. And here's the thing, now I'm looking online for real estate side hustle. What? Like, why am I online looking for real estate side hustle? I have a career in real estate, which should reward me handsomely. But the things that I cannot control, such as the economy, inflation, GDP, unemployment, those things factor into the economics of demands and supply and demand and actually affect my income. Well, when I got into real estate, I had to put together a blueprint. I had to put together a blueprint for my life. Why did I have to do that? Because I had to have a CEO mentality. When you step into a 100% commission sales gig, it is up to you to have the motivation, the CEO, the finances, the marketing, the administrative. Like, you have to figure out how to make that engine go, because if you don't close, you don't get paid. So that's the thing with real estate. 20 years ago, I was in my 20s and the subprime market had just fallen out. I had no idea what that meant. But now I understand that I entered real estate at the worst time in the whole world, right? And the last few years in real estate have been very lucrative for people who are getting their license. They happen to be at the right place at the right time. And I know so many people that got into this business and did $10 million their first year in sales. And as a single agent, I've never done that, right? But here's the thing, they weren't able to drum up that information on their own. They went to join a team, and a team environment basically feeds you leads, but they pay for their leads like $30,000 a month. And so that was never the business model that I wanted. I didn't want to just turn and burn. I wasn't ready for that kind of it's not volume, it's emotionally disaster. It's a lot, right? You get into a real estate position like that and you get on a team and you're turning and burning and getting people under contract left and right. You do have leadership within your community, within your real estate office, to teach you how to manage and work those leads. But at the end of the day, you're out there hustling 24/7. And at the end of the day, you only make 50% of what a full commission is. So it's really disheartening when you get that check after you close and you've put hours and tolls and contract writing and time on the phone and time on the text message and working until 10:30, 11:30. Oh, and oh, by the way, on your vacation time, you don't even get a vacation because you're working. That's the life of a realtor. Now, I knew this going in and I've known it forever. But when you're in real estate and you have this unique identity of being able to help others understand the market, and you're really great at articulating what and how the market works, it's fantastic. But then one day you wake up and you go, I'm simply burned out. I'm simply exhausted. The real estate business, there's so many hats that people wear. And I will always love real estate and always do it. And once you become a realtor, it's in you. It is in you. It's something you can't walk away from. But I will tell you this, once you become a realtor, you are never going back to corporate America. I mean, I never really had to go and work for corporate America because I pretty much graduated from college and went straight into real estate. So I bypassed all of that nonsense because I already knew my personality. I'm not able to, what's the word? Conform. Is that the word? I'm not able to really accept direction well when someone else is telling me what to do. And the reason is this, it has nothing to do with anybody being better than anybody. It has everything to do with how I was raised. I was raised by a blue collar man who owned his own business and was a CEO of his own concrete business. So I never saw my father have to ask the office if he could have off for vacation, or ask the office if it was okay for them to take off for 2 weeks to go to the lake. I never saw a family member in my immediate family have to ask for permission to do whatever the heck they wanted to do. So I knew growing up, well, I want that same job, right? Like, I don't want to go to work and sit in corporate America with a suit on and pants that, snug me around the waist, and having to deal with politics and office politics, and having to bring your food to a kitchen. No, I knew very early on that I wanted to work from home, and I was blessed with that. Back in 2008, that was kind of a weird concept. Not everyone had caught on to the benefits of working from home. Well, that's weird, Ashley. How did you know? How did you know at 28 years old you wanted to work from home? Well, I think I just was very aware of numbers and finances and things like this. So the way that I looked at it is, wow, if I work from home, because I already have a home office, because I'm already in my 30s and I've got this, I'm in my late 20s actually. I'm in my late 20s and I already have a printer at home. And then now we can scan these PDF files and transfer files to email. And now we have DocuSign, which is allowing people to sign documents via email. And then I have a computer at home, and now I have an office space. Well, that doesn't really make any sense. Like, why wouldn't I want to try to figure out how to work home? And oh, by the way, wouldn't it be awesome just to like be able to make lunch in my own kitchen and use my own bathroom and walk around in my own shorts and socks? I mean, I'm behind the computer working, right? But it doesn't necessarily mean that I have to not be comfortable while working. So I realized real quick that I wanted to work from home. Here's 3 reasons why. Why? Because the flexibility was for me. I was able to do more work at home because I am sharp as a tack in the mornings. I'm talking the minute that my feet hit the floor, I am ready to work because I'm sharp as a tack. I just gotten a lot of sleep. My hormones and everything are awesome and ready to rock and roll. And I wake up with this checklist mentality. So the minute that I wake up, I'm like, let's do it. Let's kick some butt. And I am capable, and you are too, probably, if you had the opportunity to work from home, of performing about 7 hours worth of a work day from an office in my own home in just 4 hours in the morning. So I already had gotten into that routine. Another reason that I wanted to work from home is because of the financial benefits for it, right? Let's think about all the things that go into working, period. Well, if you're a woman, you've got a wardrobe, right? Like, you got to compete with all the other ladies that are up there. And look, I know I don't want to say it, but come on, girls, you do. I mean, there are people in the office that keep up with what shirt you had on Monday, and then you're wearing it again on Friday. I know that sounds ridiculous. I know that sounds so silly, but here's the thing that happens, right? and I just didn't want to spend a ton of money on my wardrobe. I mean, isn't that the silliest thing ever? But think how much more beneficial it would be to my life if I only had to show up in an outfit that when I had a presentation for a listing presentation or a buyer presentation, they didn't know what I wore every day. So it was helpful there, right? So I was able to cut back on my finances. And then another reason is, let's think about, how do you get to work? You get to work via toll, via car, via gas. So think about all that money and that time that you're saving driving to work, wear and tear on your car, less tolls, less tires, less maintenance. So there's so many benefits to working from home. So I was able to see that at 2008 when I was a young adult, right? And I carried that on throughout my life. Now here we are, 2020, COVID happens, the whole world goes home. Half of us had to figure out how to work from home the right way and have to discipline themselves, right? That was a shift. That's what you call a shift, right? That was a shift in our world, in our environment, because people had to force themselves how to learn and manage children being home, manage their 8 to 5, manage, having to build an office in your own home that you'd never had worked from before. So we had a shift in the world as far as working goes. Then after COVID happened, we had a lot of people that were like, wow, I want to go back home. I don't want to go back to work. I was better working at home because I did it on my time, in my comfort, in front of my computer, when I was sharp as a tack, without the office politics, without the water heater, noise and talk, without people and talking negatively, without all of the incoming email coming, right? So people learned how to manage and make their working from home experience happen. And so, what also happened during this time is the people who were at home were bored to tears, and they were trying to figure out, wait a minute, there's got to be a way to make money online. And that's what happened, you guys. Digital marketing has been booming since COVID. And now more than ever, it's available to you in a simple process. So, here's what I want to know from you. The reason that I'm talking about this very important subject is because we are living in a world where 60% of Americans, 60% of the global population, my bad, 60% of the global population is living paycheck to paycheck. Why? Because we all have a job, right? I mean, like, most of us have a job. Yes, yes, or yes. Who has a job in here? So, do you know what the definition of a job is? It's an activity such as a trade or profession that somebody does reasonably for pay or pay for a reasonable amount of time. So, if you have a job and I have a job Monday through Friday for, 40 hours a week, shouldn't that be enough to like get us by? But here's the problem. I'm 44 years old. I have had goals because I had a blueprint when I got started in real estate, because I had to, because no one was the boss of me. I had to step into a CEO mindset and be the boss of me and stay focused on my goals, because I knew that the only person that was going to motivate me was me. So I knew when I got into real estate that the reason that I got into real estate was, to be completely honest, was because it was in my power. Because I'm a realtor, I have power over everyone else that's working in what's it called, a fixed income salary job, right? Like, the people who have a salary job get paid every 14 days. The people who have a real estate job get paid when they close. But because they get paid when they close, they get their entire check, which is a large lump sum. And if you've correctly positioned yourself as a business person in the world, you get tax benefits and you can take advantage of those tax benefits. So because I get my entire paycheck at one closing, then that allows me to be able to use that money to as a tool to make more money. So that allows me to make an investment, or to maybe buy more stock, or maybe to buy a property. So because that's the reason I wanted to be in real estate, because I knew that I was going to make more money every time I closed, and then be able to utilize that money and let it work for me. But here's what happened. Over time, the real estate business has developed in the last 5 years. There's these things called teams. Raise your hand in here if you're a real estate person and you're on a team. Teams are fun and all right at the beginning, right? Because you're just giving leads. And then when you get to your first closing and you realize that you got a $10,000 check gross, and then every one that's taken out of your pocket leaves you with $1,700, it's very confusing and it's very hard to be motivated because you did the work, you put the gas in, you took the time, you did the contracts, you did the deal. So I didn't want to be on a team. I knew that. I had more experience in a sphere of influence that allowed me to not be on a team. But here's where I'm at now. Now I'm 44 years old. I'm a broker, been in the business for 17 years. I'm going to have a year that's been pretty much the same year over year for the last 3 years. It's probably been the same amount of income in real estate, but now we're going through a little bit of a shift. And so the market's shifting, interest rates are higher. And now I'm looking to make money from a side hustle because I need to partner with a side hustle because I have financial goals and dreams that I have to stay on task to do in order to be able to walk away from my career in 11 years. Okay. So, how did I do that? Well, because I have been searching and trying to learn a space in the online world. Look around you. It's around you everywhere. Would you agree with me that people are making money online? Would you agree with that? Yes or yes? Put one in the comments. I mean, I've been on Pinterest for about 15 years and I absolutely love it. I didn't know until recently that Pinterest was making money on me because I would click on these cute interior design things that I would see, these real estate content ideas, and people were capturing my email and then they were sending emails to sell me products. And then I had no idea that that was an email capture system. Now, hold that thought because I want you to make this make sense. Now, when I found this blueprint, because I was looking for something, A, that was simple, right? So I needed something that was simple. B, I needed something that wasn't going to make me spend 8 hours a day. I don't have 8 hours a day. I spend 8 hours a day behind my computer, usually. Sometimes it's in the field, but I spend 8 hours a day analyzing property, talking to clients, listing property and working on my real estate business. So I needed something that I could manageably put into my life that wouldn't just, I'm not interested in working 60 hours anymore. I did that. I did that in like my late 30s and I'm over it. I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of always putting everyone else's needs before my own. I'm ready to go live life, especially now. I just met my fiance. Him and I just met in like 2 years ago. And this is the thing, we both had to work our butts off. Why? He was a single father. So he had 2 kids that he had to pay for. And I was a single woman and I had 2 mortgages that I had to pay for and a real estate career. When you have a real estate career, that's 100% commission. So you always have the foot on the gas, right? Who in here can relate? You don't have to be in real estate. I mean, I know people that are in the finance business on the car side. They're always working. In fact, I think they're probably harder workers than me. They're always working every Saturday, every weekend. And I just like, oh my gosh. I mean, it's just unbelievable how much effort we have put on this thing called career. But here's the thing, guys, nobody's coming to save you. So you got to do it. So this is why I want to bring up Side Hustle Saturday. Is your Saturday? I mean, did you just put in 40 hours a week and now you're at your side hustle, or now you're driving to your side hustle, or you're having to do something to keep the income coming in? So I wanted to share with you what I found because I believe that we all deserve to have a life that we enjoy. And I think that the world has just kind of gotten off kilter a little bit. I think there's been some selfish people involved, but now more than ever it's so important to understand what's going on. So I found this blueprint. Now I'm using this as just a piece of just a visual stimulation piece, right? But it has blueprint on it. And that's what I have. I have a blueprint. So may I tell you a little bit about it? My name's Ashley. I'm 44 years old. I was looking for something. The reason that I should have credit in this space is because I started really, really looking at this thing in 2017. And total, I'm kind of embarrassed to say it, I've spent almost $10,000 looking and searching and trying to get into this space because back then the space was like spaghetti and now it's simple. And that's what I love about it. And I almost had given up in 2022. I almost had given up. I went and met with my financial planner. I said, hey, I got to know my number. What's my number? What do you mean? What's your number? I need to know that retirement number. If I keep living life the way that it is that I am, and he is never going to show up, what do I need to aim for in my high yield savings account so that when I get older and I age gracefully and I age, in place, what's the number that I need to shoot for so that I can be taken care of? And I looked at that number and we discussed it together and we put pen to paper, and that number was 1.125 million. Okay. So that's all that I need in a high yield savings account for me to retire at 55 and then continue living. Does that make sense? Because I don't want to scare you away with that. Money is not something to be scared of. Money is a beautiful thing if you know how to utilize it. And I've always taken the bull by the horns and been able to figure out, how do I use this vehicle called money to get me what I want? I don't have to be a millionaire. I just want to know that when I get older, because I don't have kids, that I'm going to be taken care of. And it's because of my hard effort when I was in my younger years to look into the future and go, okay, Ashley Westbrook needs 1.125 million in the bank so she can retire in 11 years. And then in 11 years, I don't ever have to work in production again because I have that money in a high yield savings account and then I'm living off the interest. Make sense? This isn't a financial education thing, but I love facts and stacks like that, right? So here's what happened. I was scrolling on TikTok one day. This was back in February, and I found this woman and she says, you guys, I have the blueprint. And she's a little older than me, but I looked at her with credibility because I had already had knowledge in this space. I'm like, dang, what is she saying? Because I've already been there just like her. I paid the $1,800 for a website. I paid the $3,200 for somebody to teach me how to do affiliates and teach me how to build my own um system in my own funnel. I paid that money, but what happened was I never saw the results and I got discouraged and I wanted to basically go after these people, but you can't because it's all about you. You have to be ready. At the end of the day, you have to be ready to take this on because this is a new adventure. It's learning. And when you're 44 and you're 50 and you're 60, you're stuck in your ways. Who would agree with that? Yes or yes? You're stuck in your ways. So one of the things that she says is she's like, listen, it's really simple. It's really simple. Can you be coachable? Because you're following a blueprint. Can you be coachable? If you can be coachable, then you can do it. So I'm like, well, I think I can be coachable. I have to be coachable. I'm in real estate. I'm always learning, right? And then think about all the things that just happened in real estate. Like I have to be coachable. So I can be coachable. You got to have a CEO mindset. She says I got to have a CEO mindset. Well, my gosh, if I don't know what I've been doing for 17 years. So I've been showing up to work every day on my own for 17 years without anybody telling me what to do. So I must have a CEO mindset. And then, are you willing to spend 2 hours a day on your business? Well, that's exactly what I'm looking for because I'm in real estate and my real estate job is spontaneous. And sometimes when I have a heavier buyer load, there's two sides in real estate, in case you didn't know. There's the listing side, which is the girl with the sign in the yard. That's my specialty. And then there's the buyer side. That's a great thing that I'm great at also. But being a buyer agent takes so much time out of your hands. So now that I'm a broker, I hand off my buyers to my agents so that they can be successful and they've got more time to learn. And as their broker, I'll list the property. But when you've got a real estate agency that you're running and you have agents underneath you, it's really hard to have another business that you run for 8 hours a day. Now, I'm not being selfish by starting this digital marketing business. I'm simply aware and recognize what's happening around me. You guys, we're going digital and it's never too late to learn how to do this. I'm 44 years old. I'm had a little bit of trouble being coachable because I thought I knew it all. So that part has now, I've understood it. I've come to terms with it. I've embraced it, accepted it. It's my friend. So I have learned to conquer the coachable part. It took me a little bit. I joined this. I bought my digital marketing business for a very low investment. I mean, how many people in here have tried to start a franchise or open up a business? How many people can start a business for $929 one time? That's it. That's the lowest cost I've ever seen in business. It used to be real estate. Real estate used to be the number one lowest cost career that you could get in that would yield you high number results in your income producing activity, right? So when I decided to buy my business, I came in at a 4 income stream level, which is the legacy builder blueprint, right? Because this is what I had. I was told if I could follow a blueprint, if I could follow this blueprint, then I would be able to make 6 figures in 6 months. So that's what I did. But just to let you know, we do have 4 options. I'm only going to preach about the $900 one because at the end of the day, if you come in at 600, 300, or 100, once you see what this is, you're going to be on a mad dash to get to this level as fast as you can. And you can do it. You can do it with just paying the difference within the 30 days. There is a one-time $29 website fee, but the great news is this website is completely pre-built for you. So there's nothing to do other than buy your pre-built website. Now, the cool thing is this is called a domain. And I'm going to go over this real quickly, but I want you to see how simple this is. So this is a domain. Ashley actually went into GoDaddy and bought her own domain. So that's my creativity, right? So because I bought a blueprint, the next steps were, once I paid my $900, the next steps were to go into the email, because they're going to send you an email right after you buy the $900 legacy builder program. But let me show you what it took for me to get into this program. So I actually went to that domain, right? When I went to the domain, then it brought up this, don't allow. Then it went to here. When I went to that domain, dailywealthonline.com, it took me to this sales page. Now, this is the most important part because this is where the blueprint comes in, right? So here's the blueprint that I just bought to have 6 figures in 6 months. Now, all I do is simply follow the leader. Okay, that's it. Just follow the leader. So once you follow the leader, you get an email. And your email, I'm sorry, this is where your domain goes. This is your sales page. So my goal is to get 20 people to put their email in here. Once you put your email in here, you're taken to this video. This video explains so much. Now, this is Michelle. She's our founder, but it doesn't mean MLM. It doesn't mean monthly fees. She just put together and built this business and allowed us to take it to market. So I bought this business for $900 from Michelle. Michelle received $900 from me. Now I'm selling it to you, and you're going to go to dailywealthonline.com. Once you put your email in and see what this is, if you're interested, then you're going to learn more because it's easy. It's easy. And who wouldn't want to trade their second side hustle or even possibly their career in the next 90 days because this digital marketing business is bringing them 6 figures in 90 days. And I did just say 90 days. I know before I said 6 months. And here's the thing. I say both because it's happening. We were at 6 figures in 60 days when I joined. I got in April. They started this April 1st. I got in April 27th. I bought my program from Michelle. Michelle made $900 on me. Now that's a very rare case because most people don't buy their program from her. My fiance bought the program from me. So I made $900, right? Now, all the people that are in my email system IO, because there's 3 apps that you're going to learn when you get in here. One is My Kajabi, one is School, and one is System IO. So let's start from the bottom. System IO is where you're going to hook up your link. Now, remember that cute little link that we had, that dailywealthonline.com that I came up with, because it has an https.com HTTPS www.dailywealthonline.com. That's my name. That's my link. No one in the history of the world has dailywealthonline.com. So when you enter it in, you're going to get into my system IO, which will allow me to communicate with you. And here's the reason why it's so important, because the minute that you see this video, you're going to be so excited about the information that you hear, because some of the information that maybe you didn't catch on this one because you're scrolling is going to give it to you in a 13-minute video. I advise you to watch it. If it's for you, great. If it's not for you, if you want to hang out for a week and see what all we're doing, do it. Because here's the thing. We have weekly webinars where you can actually hop on into our Zoom webinars and ask any questions that you have to our founder, and also hear from other people and hear from people inside our community, so that you know what this is and how powerful it is, and how like, because here's the thing. We're not making this up. This is not new. This is just now simple. Okay. It's now simple. When I started to try to figure it out in 2017, it was like spaghetti. Things have happened. We've gotten more streamlined. So now it's simple, and it's just follow the leader and follow the videos just in a blueprint, right? I've got a blueprint. So here's where your sales page is. Now, this is called your, like I said, this is called your system IO. Okay, we're moving on. We're going to go to the next part. Okay, so now once you get into the Legacy Builder community, this is what you are looking at. And it's fantastic because it's just put together so nicely. And we'll just start from the top. So I'm going to make it kind of sweet, short and sweet. So Digital Growth Community Legacy Builder Programs. As you see here, we're excited to let you in here, right? Welcome to Legacy Builders. Hey, we've got some community guidelines and things that you need to agree upon. Hey, here's what to expect. Now, the most important thing that you get right out of the gate, and oh, by the way, these videos are like 4 or 5 minutes long. You'll notice here you get your Zoom link. Now, your Zoom link, if you buy Legacy Builder Program, is going to be different than your other 3 streams of income. That's why I say just go ahead and get into the $900 legacy, right? 600, 300, and 100 are not going to have access to the high level information that you're getting with Legacy Builder, because there's a cost to it. You guys, this is no different than going to college. If you had to ask me, this is like a PhD in a box, and I need a PhD in a box because I've got big goals and I'm ready to make big PhD money. Yes or yes? I mean, let's go. I am on a mission to make $1.5 million in 15 months, and I'll do it. And I cannot wait to show you. Just come into my channel every day. I'm a real person. My name is Ashley Westbrook. I'm all over the web as a broker in Dallas, Texas. You can find me on there. But I'm doing this because my dreams and my goals are bigger than my career can allow, because the supply and demand, interest rates, those things affect my income. But I have goals that are bigger than that. And the thing is this, nobody's paying my bills. So I don't really care what anybody thinks about me, because this is my career and I understand where we're going. So pattern recognition is realizing what is going on in the world. We are in a digital marketing world. Yes or yes? So this is your Legacy Builder program. So simple. You're just going to go here, see how many icons and videos there are. That's what this is. You just 1, 2, 3, go down the steps. Now, I'll be honest with you. If once you hear it, like, I really want you to come to the webinar, because there's people on there that'll tell you, I haven't even gone through the program. I've only gone through the first 10 steps, and I hooked up my Freedom Machine, because that's what this is. This is called a Freedom Machine. As you see, I have it right there. Your Freedom Machine is your sales page that's out there working for you 24/7, because it's email automation. Once you get people in your email, you're able to communicate the value of what it is that you have and allow them to explore further if this is something that they know that they are A, ready, willing, and able to do, and B, see if it's something that they like, know, and trust that you can help them solve a problem. My problem that I'm trying to solve is, you guys, the reason I care is because this world is flippy floppy. We're in a weird world right now, and it's unfortunate, and it breaks my heart that more people are spending time away from their families more than ever. When I was told that one job was going to get me a really good living, and that I was going to have pension, and I was going to have, money to put away for retirement, and it just doesn't seem to be like that. And I've been working since I was like 14 years old, and my number that's in my account isn't going to allow me to live the life that I'm expected to live in just a few years, right? So that's why I'm doing something about it, because now now more than ever, there's this thing called making digital dollars, and it's not fake. It's real. And that's why it's so exciting. And I have so much passion behind it because I want to connect with you. I want to share with you that I have a solution. And the wonderful, beautiful thing about this is take a listen to these thoughts. I'm going to click up here so I can see who I'm talking to. Joe. Hey, Joe, click up here. Sorry, listen to this. Did you know that there's 5 billion people on social media monthly? Okay, wait. Let me tell you this. So, do you realize there's 8 billion people on the Earth's population? So, let's talk about fishing. Joe, are you a fisherman? Let's talk about fishing. If I could go fishing with my digital product in a pool of 5 billion fishies, do you think I'm going to catch a few? Did you know that in order to make $10,000 a month at $900, how many is that? Is that 11? So all I have to sell is 11 products, 11 of these legacy builder programs. Because why? Because I make $900. So I just need 11, right? I need 11 $900 legacy builder programs to make $10,000 a month. That's it. How cool is that? How cool is that? And so that's what we want to share with you in our legacy builder program. Now I'm not skipping around. I'm going with my deal. Okay, now the next app that you're going to learn is School. Now, the reason that I absolutely love this, and here's the thing, I had, complete vulnerability here. I had no idea how big and important community was. Now, let me say that because I'm a Christian woman and I was going to this church in North Dallas and they were like, community, community, community. And I was like, I don't understand all this community. Now that was like 10 years ago, right? Now I understand the importance of community because we are all on a mission to understand and learn this together. And with each other's past, present, and future knowledge that we have, we're all able to go through this system more forward and more focused than any other system because we have a community behind us. So this is called School, inside School. And here's the thing, let me prove that this is the real deal. You can't believe something unless you have proof, right? So here's our wins for today. Aw, this is so cute. This girl says hit 500 followers today. I hit 400 followers on August 12th. And today, 4 days later, it's 500. That's huge because we're teaching you how to turn a business on social media, how to make money, right? First sell. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I was back at school night with my kids and came home to a notification of $900, my first sell. I technically signed up on August 4th, but was sick all week and didn't officially launch. Wow. She's going to be successful with that first payment. Let's see. I was so close to getting a customer, but unfortunately he was only 18 and didn't have any account. I was so hyped for a minute, but that's exciting because he connected with someone, right? Progress. And because here's the thing, a lot of people are getting into the digital marketing space and they don't even know what this is. Most people have never heard of a domain website. No, most people have never heard of email automation. There's a lot of people that don't know what this space is. And so our wins are huge. Our wins can be simply setting up your system IO, which is how you get paid. And then your Kajabi, going through your Kajabi and watching the videos, that's a win. That's a win because you guys, this isn't going to happen just right overnight. You have to put some time into it. This is just like having a business on Main Street, like on 123 Main Street, right? How many people that are in real estate have used that in your listing and your buying presentation? So because I am a business owner, I have a business on 123 Main Street that requires me to be there every day, 8 a.m., Monday through Friday till 5 p.m., right? But instead of having a physical brick and mortar store, now I have a digital business that as long as I come to work 2 hours a day and share 3 pieces of content, whether you want to do faceless, invisible campaign or use your face and use your energy behind your story, you can do either one. But this program allows you to make 6 figures in 6 months. And so that's what I'm exploring with you because I just want to share it with you. I don't want you to need a solution to your debt problem now. I don't want your kiddos to suffer any more than they have to because daddy has to work a second job on Saturday and mama's got to work another side hustle just to make ends meet. To me, that is ridiculous. We should have one job. I was told in 1998 when I was a senior in high school to go get a job. A job isn't an activity or a trade that somebody does preferably for a period of time that is going to allow me to live a nice life. That's not happening. Would you agree with that? I mean, I'm looking at my bank account and I'm a conservative spender. I mean, you're not going to find a pair of Manolo Blahniks in my closet. I've never spent more than $150 on jeans. I've got friends who can do that, and that's fine. I can do it too. I just made a choice not to because I don't want to be in the thresholds or the illness of being in debt, right? Like being in debt is got to feel so horrifying, and the dread and the depression that comes with it because you're being harassed all the time. Where's my payment? Where's these phone calls? It's awful. I don't want anybody to be in it. So our community, this is just one thing. This is our community. This is our members page. Now, within our classroom, we give you a few more training sessions. A lot of people are like, well, Ashley, I don't even know what I would talk about. No problem. We have a content in our classroom. So we give you 100 days right there that tells you exactly what to say so that you can keep doing what you're doing, because there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve, but it's so exciting. And the momentum that you're going to get from the people who are in our community are going to keep you focused, because once you get in, this is what's so funny. And I hate that people keep scrolling, because this is what's so funny is that once you get in, like, you are going to have a completely different life in about 15 months. In 15 months, you are going to be looking at your life and going, oh my gosh, I do not ever have to work in my life again. And here's the thing, you can do this with your career. So why not do it? Learn it, embrace it, let it become your friend. The trend is your friend. And for 2 hours a day, posting 3 pieces of content, sharing your story, you can look at your bank account and you're going to be like, oh my God, I have $1 million because I started this journey with that blonde girl in Texas who's a realtor, who is busy as all get out in real estate. But I know what's happening in the future. I know that in the very near future, because let's think about it, the travel industry, I mean, is that still around? Are travel agents still around? Are car dealers still around? I mean, everybody's buying things on autotrader.com and on Expedia, and I'm probably the next career to go out the door. I mean, I went to Apple Computer the other day. They put these Vision Apple goggles on me, and it was like walking. I mean, it was so clear. It was so clear. And my thoughts have been for years, one day they're going to have everybody come into the office and put these goggles on, and there's not going to be any need for a real estate agent to walk people through their homes and show them property. So I'm just being smart. I think I'm being very proactive, right? And that's what I want you to do. I want you to be proactive. So let me show you this 90-day legacy run. So we're in a 90-day sprint right now. I think today, oh, look, this is kind of cute. If you want to see, this is how I do things. So I count down. So we're on day 52 of our 90-day sprint. I think we started like right after July 4th holiday because we wanted to have a big push, but it's been really rewarding. Now, I'll be honest, some days I wasn't able to be on every day, as far as like the calls, because we have calls every day. Every day, Michelle puts out a video, and sometimes life just gets in the way, right? So give yourself some grace. That's going to happen. This isn't like you're going to miss out. Like we always have within our community, we have these beautiful things called web tech free webinar and replays, right? We have our free webinar details and resources. We also have our mentoring Zoom replays. So you have access to binge watch this whenever you want. And that's the beautiful thing. Once you decide to go to dailywealthonline.com, put your email into my system, then I'm going to share with you the invitation to come to the webinar. Come to the webinar next week. I don't know when it is just yet. But if you put your email in my information, you'll make sure to have it. Why? Because this is my career. I have signed up to do this. I have already put it in stone. I've put it out into the universe. I will have $1.5 million in 15 months. That's it. So come with me. Come with me. I'm not, why would I have to tell anything that's not proven? I follow a proven blueprint. This has been tested by people who are in the marketing and the copywriting business. This thing has a conversion rate that is happening fast and converting at 50%. So all I want to do is be able to share it with the World Wide Web. Why? Because there's 5 billion people on the World Wide Web social media platforms monthly, right? What you don't know is that I also have a camera up here going, and that is filming onto my live on my YouTube. So because I'm in this community, they taught me how to do social media training, which now allows me to have two pieces of content on two different platforms. So now I'm going live on my TikTok account, and I'm also going live, hey YouTube, on YouTube, and I'm building two different audiences because I know that I am showing up every day, and because this community showed me how to use social media to capture my customers, right? Here's one of the videos right here. Now, this lady, she just did social media training on May 30th. Now, that was a good one. Oh, but look how far ago that one is. Now, this other one, we just did another social media training on July 11th. I was with this girl, Lizelle, on, was that Tuesday? I think it was on Tuesday. She did a fantastic one. And here's the Carol. Here's the thing. We started at 1 o'clock. I got off the call at 4 o'clock. Now, I'm not trying to say that to scare you and go, Ashley, I mean, that's a long time. I love like listening to people. I couldn't get off the call because there were so many golden nuggets being dropped. And that just tells you the heart and soul of our community. We had someone who is not getting paid to tell us about this mindset and her successes. She's simply on there out of the kindness of her heart because she is in our community and she wants to help others. How many people do you know that are willing to spend 3 hours of their own time caring about you, the World Wide Web? I am here talking to you, trying to help you to understand that I have a solution for you and your family. Most people are living paycheck to paycheck. So that's what it is that I do. I bought a business. I bought a digital marketing business. Let me show you this. I bought a digital marketing business. Um, dailywealthonline.com is the name of my company. If you want to go up here, make sure you like, follow, subscribe me because I'll be back. I'll be back daily. And then you'll be aware of that because if you put your email in, you're going to get invited to the webinar that's next week. So you'll put your email in here. You're going to get a video. Now, Michelle does a great job of introducing you and sharing with you what this is. But look, it's a 13-minute video. If you don't have time to watch it right now, no worries. This will pop up. You'll be alerted. I'll make sure to pop up. So that's the number one thing is you don't want to lose me because you want to put your money on me. I'm going to be there, right? You want to make sure that you're not getting out of my little world. So let me show you what this does real quick. If case dailywealthonline.com, it's going to take you to this sales page. This is my sales page. I'm going to capture your email. Then here's what it looks like from a visual aid perspective. Okay. So you already know that was my sales page. It takes me to a video. You are going to have a payment page, which we also have installment plans because we all know that that's kind of hard to make happen right out of the gate. But we have these installment plans, right? If you need to do it. If you know that this is 100% what it is you're wanting to do, then you have an option of purchasing right then. When you do purchase, I get 100% of the $900. That goes straight into my bank account, right? But let's say this, you know what? You need a little bit more information. You don't know exactly where it is that you're going. You need just a little bit more info. You want to watch the video again because you're going to ballet and soccer practice. You got mom and dad in town this weekend. I understand, no problem. So you're going to get an email from me probably tomorrow, and then another email that'll let you know, hey, just to let you know, we have a webinar coming up this week, and that's what's right here. I'm going to tell you about the webinar. And then if you're still not ready, you're going to get another email from me, and then come to the webinar. I mean, that's what I say. Just come to the webinar and check it out. I think that you're going to be pleasantly surprised and you're going to probably more than likely believe in yourself because that's what this is. You can do it. This will get you there. I'm telling you, I am living proof that I have spent $10,000 in 2017, 19, and 2021 on the wrong thing. And then I really almost gave up. I mean, I literally almost gave up because I'll never forget feeling so defeated. I thought, I just don't understand. I run a brokerage. I'm a smart girl. Like, what is it? Why can't I figure this out? And it was simply because someone has not presented it to me in simple terms in a way that I could understand it, in a way that I could utilize it and basically work it into my life. All I needed was to have a CEO mindset, be coachable, and work 2 hours a day on my business. Now, if you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. I did see a couple that came through earlier. Oh, how to get started. Thanks for the question, CR. So how to get started, you simply go to dailywealthonline.com and you're going to enter your email. And then once you enter your email, you're going to get a video. That video is going to look like this. So that's your video. It's about 13 minutes long. So if you have time to watch it now, great. If not, you know what? Come back to it a little later on today. Um, let's see, what other questions do I have? Oh, no, you can start at the $100 level. So like I said earlier, we have four streams of income, right? One is you get the one that's best for you. I have a $100 launch pad, and it's a great way to launch your business. Okay. You can get the resale rights on that. So you make $100 every time you make a sell, right? That's 100% commission. Then we have a $300 passive daily pay blueprint. Now, this one allows you to it gives you $300 daily pay, right? So every time you make a sell, you make $300, which is $109,000 annually, right? If you do $300 a day. Then we also have the $600 digital mastery program. Not only does it show you a 600 daily pay blueprint, which is $219,000 a year, it's going to show you how to build a recurring income stream as well. And then my favorite, my number one seller, this is the $900 Legacy Builder. This is what I did. I bought the Legacy Builder program because it gives me 4 streams of income, right? So you see, this level gives you all 4 streams of income, and they have P plans or installment plans or layaway. I don't know what they call it, but I think it's called layaway. Anyway, it gives you the ability to have the 900 daily play blueprint, which is $900 a day, which is $6,300 a week, which is $328,000 a year. In 3 years, you're a self-made millionaire. I mean, is that not freaking amazing? So because I am an empty nester and I am walking away from my career at 55 years old, I have got to figure out a way to beef up my retirement. And this is going to get me there. And I'm super excited because let me tell you the weight that has been lifted off of me, because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen with inflation. I mean, I know that my fiance was a single man working as an adjuster for 14, 16 years. And I mean, he wasn't able to put hardly any money away. I mean, none. And it's like, wait a minute, what is wrong with this equation? We have worked 60 and 70 hours a week, and we still don't have enough to even look at maybe walking away from a career. I mean, I know the retirement word is sort of something that, Americans made up. Maybe, maybe not. I think it is, though, because I don't think that you see retirement in the Bible, but you probably see retirement in countries, and everybody's like, well, I've worked my years. I want my pension. I've worked my time. I want to be, compensated. I mean, I just think that they want us to work longer into our 70s and our 80s and never enjoy life. And you guys, I believe that Earth is beautiful, and it's a place where we all deserve to get to go and see these wonderful things. But I'm just here to try to present any opportunity that I can. I want you to go find the blueprint with dailywealthonline.com. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. This is basically my hour. I have done my Saturday morning hour, and I have spent time with you, and I am sharing this opportunity with you. I only hope that God allows me to be put in front of the right people, because I know for a fact we're changing lives. We're changing people's lives. And I'd be honored if you were to go to dailywealthonline.com, put your email in, watch the video, and come with me. Come be nosy. Come be nosy for a couple of weeks and see if it's something that you're interested in doing. Thank you so much for your time. Do you have any questions? Anybody else have any other questions for me? Oh, on our live webinar, great question. So what happens on the live webinar? So on the live webinar, you'll see our founder, which Michelle comes on to our. Oh, I forgot to show you the calendar. Let me show you the calendar. So in school, which is it's our community, it's our school, SKOOL. You can go check it out, okay? So in school, we also have this amazing tool. We have our calendar that already has our links in there. So unfortunately, our webinar link is not in there, so I can't give you the information right now, because that's the deal. We don't announce the webinar until that Sunday night or Monday of the following week, because we all want to be, sharp on our toes and making sure that we're sending out our emails. But this is our calendar. As you see that all of them are blue linked, that means that there's a hyperlink involved. That usually means that there's a link. Well, there's a link to Zoom. So every week we're on with our founder, going over tips, tricks, and new updates, and we're troubleshooting, and I say troubleshooting. When I say troubleshooting, we're not troubleshooting the platform. We're troubleshooting our way of thinking, what we've done, what's happening, our successes, how we're getting there. There's 35,000 people in our community, and when I got in, there was 14,000. So that tells you how quickly this thing is going. That's the most important part. Look around you. We're in a digital world. Digital is not going anywhere. I joined April 13th, and there was 14,000 people in the business. Now there is 35,000 people in the business, and I'm only on day 100 plus. Okay. So that just tells you where we're going. So let me know if you have any questions below. You can always go to dailywealthonline.com and find me. I am at hello@dailywealthonline.com. Why? Because I have a professional email, because within my system, they taught me how to get a professional email. So isn't that cool? I mean, I'm like 100% online, and it's fantastic. Now, gosh, there's so many people that are asking me questions on YouTube. And anybody else have any questions? Thank you so much. Will you go up here, like, follow, share me? I am super excited that you had the opportunity to take the time to listen to me today. I want nothing but the best for you. I want you to, screenshot this if you need to, dailywealthonline.com. You get to go and want to work from home, earn $900 a day. Say yes to a free video. Say yes right now in the comments below. I'll send you the link. But that's my time for the days. Y'all have a happy Saturday. YouTube, thanks so much for listening to me. I appreciate you. Okay, let me go and block these two people.